Hey everybody, Nate Rockne here, reacting to videos. So tonight's another Buy Me a Coffee request, and this one is for another Dan Vasc song. And this one said to make sure I check out the intro, and it said I'll get a chance to see a little bit more about Dan. I love checking out anything to do with Dan Vasc. So far everything I've heard from him has been fantastic. I love how he kind of adds his own things into it, and he makes every song I've seen his own. I love that his fans support him so much. I think that he's earned it all. So I love seeing him talk after the videos. I don't think I've seen like an intro like this, so I'm interested to see what he's going to say in his intro. This one is Dan Vasc covering Love Me Tender by Elvis Presley. I'm a big Elvis Presley fan. I guess I wouldn't say big Elvis Presley fan, but I do like Elvis Presley. And I think Elvis Presley has some amazing songs. Watching Elvis do some of the live stuff, I wish I had had the chance to see him live, because it really looked like he put on a show. This one was requested by Rita Ross. Thank you, Rita, for the request. And like I said, Dan is amazing. Always great to get a request for Dan, and I'm always happy to check out Dan. This is one of the two Elvis songs that I've seen in the comments for Dan, and I've heard people say that Dan's father was a big Elvis fan, and that was one of the reasons that Dan liked to cover these Elvis songs. Elvis's voice and Dan's voice, I feel like, are pretty different. I think Dan can hit those same notes, those real low notes, but Elvis was kind of a special musician and a special singer. I don't know if anyone can do it quite like Elvis did, but I think Dan is going to give it a really good try, and I'm assuming he's going to make this song his own. We're going to hear a little bit of Elvis, but also a whole lot of Dan. So without further ado, let's get into it.
I woke up the other day and I decided to check my Facebook inbox messages. I never do that. I receive lots of messages and there's no time. But for some reason I decided to do it that day, and there was a message from a lady called Annie that said, quote, "Hi Dan, I realize you're likely very busy, but my husband is 78 and just loves your YouTube channel. He's terminally ill, and last night, as he listened to you, he noticed you did an American trilogy, Elvis cover. He cried his heart out for you on the loss of your father. He wanted me to ask you for your permission for your video to be played at his service when he passes." End of quote. Talking to Annie, I discovered that her husband, Robert, is a big Elvis fan, so this one goes to Robert and Annie.
I did not expect that in the intro. I really hope that Robert pulled through and is still with us. This video, I think it said, was from 6 years ago, so I realize that the odds on that aren't the greatest. But having anyone pass is tough. And I think it says a lot about Dan that they would reach out to him and ask him to have his video played at his service. That's rough. Dan handled that like a true professional, and I think Dan has a lot of empathy to do this song for him. I also think that this song was done for his father as well, so maybe the American trilogy was more for his father, and the Love Me Tender single was for Robert.
me tender, love me sweet, never let me go. You have made my life complete, and I love you so. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will. Love me tender, love me long, take me to your heart. For it's there that I belong, and will never part. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will.
The deep richness in his voice is where I'm hearing the Elvis coming from, and everything else is where I'm hearing Dan's voice coming into it. It's a great mixture of Elvis and Dan, and I feel like there's a sincerity in his voice for the song. Can't help but to think about Robert and his wife, and maybe the two of them dancing to this song. Makes me a little bit sad, but I hope that Dan's song brought a little bit of happiness to Robert while he was going through a tough time there.
Love me tender, love me dear, tell me you are mine. I'll be yours through all the years, till the end of time. Love me tender, love me true, all my dreams fulfill. For my darling, I love you, and I always will.
I thought there might have been something on the end of that, but it looks like it's just going to be with the end credits there. Beautiful, beautiful cover of an Elvis Presley classic song, and I definitely love Me Tender. It's a great song for two people in love. And it's really hard to concentrate on a whole lot of the music because of the context of what happened in the intro. I just can't help but picture Robert and his wife, and I'm assuming that the picture that was at the beginning of the video was them, and it's touching to see the way that Dan has been able to reach people, and for them to reach back out to Dan and ask him if he could have that video played at his service. It's a level of respect that Dan returned to them. And I can't really focus on the song itself. It was a great cover by Dan. His voice sounded amazing, and did a fantastic job with this. I wasn't expecting to be going on an emotional ride tonight with this, and that's kind of what I feel like this was. I was expecting more of emotion from his father, from a lot of the comments I've been reading about Dan and his dad and some of the songs he sang. I'm just going to end it right there. There's nothing really I can say to add to what Dan just did for that family. That's cool. It's touching, and much respect to Dan for that. I love how he said he doesn't usually respond to messages, and I think sometimes things happen and you do things that you wouldn't normally do, and there's a reason for it. And the reason for him checking that message, I think, was to be able to get in touch with them, and like I said, hopefully bring him some peace before the end. It's just emotional. If you have any other Dan Vasc requests, you can drop them in the comments, or head over to Buy Me a Coffee and put your request in there. Let you know about Buy Me a Coffee. You can support the channel, make a priority request, and I'll give you a shout out in the video. If Buy Me a Coffee is not your thing, that's okay. You can still leave your requests in the comments, and I love to take songs out of the comments, and I add them to my list. I read every comment, and I see all the requests, and I have pages of requests that I want to get to, but it's hard to get to them because my list is so long. So Buy Me a Coffee is the quickest way to get your request to me. You can scan the QR code on the screen, or in the description I've put a link to Buy Me a Coffee. If you click on the link, it'll take you to my page, and you can make your request there. So thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, and watching the videos. It all helps, and I appreciate it. So thank you, everybody. YouTube will recommend a video over here. If you'd like to, please feel free to check those out. For everyone else, I hope you have some peace, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please come back and watch some more with me. So thank you, everybody. Not my typical ending. That one kind of hit me hard. I don't know why. I mean, I guess anything like that's emotional for someone that's terminal. Now my outro here is getting a little long, so I'll give my wink, and we'll call this video a wrap. But please come back, watch some more with me.